be closer!
Okay, calm down. Don't shoot. I'm not gonna hurt you. See? You can lower your gun. I'm on your side.
You're not Mobius. You might not be one of those things, but that doesn't mean you're on my side.
You're right. I don't work for Mobius, but I was sent here by them.
Have you seen what those things out there? What they can do?
Yeah, I have. Lucky for you, your partner was willing to sacrifice himself so you could escape.
He wasn't my partner. He was just a member of Union security detail. Protecting me was his job, and my job is to solve a hardware issue. Dying inside here is above my pay grade. I'm not a soldier. I'm just a technician.
I know.
Stop! Or I'll shoot!
A soldier would have taken the safety off. I told you, we're on the same side. Let's try this again. I'm Sebastian Castellanos.
I'm O'Neill. Liam O'Neill.
So you're not Mobius, but they sent you in here? Why?
I'm looking for I'm trying to restore the core. Just like you are.
Yeah? Good luck with that. I'm done. I'm just gonna hold out here until extraction.
They can't extract you. Not until Lily is found.
Who's Lily?
Look, everyone is stuck in here until the core is located. Can you help me out?
If you're asking me to go out there with you, you can forget about it. This is a safe house, so I'm staying safe. Got me? But I may have a lead on the core. I detected some signals nearby that resonated the core's frequency. We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here, listen to this. It sounds like a little girl, right?
Quiet. Was that her? The core?
I think so. But I've been picking up all sorts of weird signals on my communicator since we got here. No way to know for sure until you track it to its source.
How do I do that?
Your communicator can pick it up too. Once you're out there, check it. You'll see. You'll probably pick up other signals while you're out there. It wouldn't hurt to follow them to find out what—
No way. The core first. It's the only way we're getting out of here.
Suit yourself.
Let's pair up our communicators. That way I can tell you if I find anything.
Yeah, okay. Can't hurt, I guess.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to more of the Evil Within 2. This is my Akumu difficulty video walkthrough. This walkthrough will be a no keys, no damage walkthrough. And this is chapter 3, entitled Resonance. Chapter 3 is where you're going to spend the most of your time at in the game. This is the point to where you gather all your resources, because all your resources gathered in this chapter will help you once you get farther in the game. You're going to acquire your shotgun here. You're going to acquire your agony crossbow here. You're going to acquire some explosive bolts, smoke bolts. You're going to acquire a bunch of stuff in chapter 3, so you must, it is absolutely imperative that you gather all your resources while in chapter 3.
Tell me.
Has it been that long? Damn. Time's a little fluid in here. This was supposed to be a simple in and out job. Like home in time for dinner simple. But this is different than anything I've ever seen before.
What do you mean?
Wonky stuff usually happens when a core goes AWOL, but what's happening is more than that. This place is falling apart at the seams. We used the stable field emitter, but it's not working like it's supposed to.
What's the stable field emitter?
If Mobius sent you in here, shouldn't you know this stuff already?
There were 5 members of your team?
There was a security force already in here to help us. But yeah, there are 5 search team members. Wait, did you just say were?
I found Baker. He's dead.
Huh. Doesn't surprise me. He locked onto a powerful signal and went to investigate. I told him we should just request extraction and findings, leave the dangerous work to somebody else. But he wouldn't hear of it, being team leader and all. Always had to be the brave one. You ask me, there's a thin line between brave and foolish.
Yeah. There's a thin line between
What kind of asshole do you think I am? I hope the others are okay.
I'll let you know if I find anybody else.
You'd really do that? Thanks. I'd appreciate that.
It's more dangerous out there than I expected. Any idea where I can get some weapons and supplies?
I tried to tell you about this one signal, but you didn't want to hear it.
Well, I'm all ears now.
I picked something up from 2 Mobius security team members who were talking about weapons caches. Maybe you can follow it and get some gear. Maybe they're out there, can help you out.
I'll think about it.
Come on, man. I'm all alone in here. I could use some protection.
Maybe if you hadn't let your last guard take the fall for you.
Whatever. I'll mark the signal on your communicator. Follow it or don't follow it. I don't care.
Those things are pretty tough. Takes a lot of ammo to get them off my back. Do you have anything stronger in here?
Not in here, but you could probably find some out there. This place was designed to be peaceful, but Mobius and firepower go hand in hand.
Do you know where I can find some of this firepower?
It's pretty chaotic out there. You're not gonna find a pile of heavy-duty weapons altogether. But I did see something useful next to an abandoned APC just outside. I'll mark its location for you. But be careful. There are a lot of those things hanging around it.
I will be showing you where all this stuff is at in chapter 3. And in chapter 3, you're going to be having to set yourself up where you can avoid taking damage once you have to do the main mission of chapter 3, which is track Lily down.
What the? Who was that?
And that is Nurse Tatiana. You know Nurse Tatiana if you play Evil Within 1. She's the lady within the Mobius STEM world where you upgrade your abilities. So we're going to go back and we're going to meet her again. Now while in Sebastian's room here, you have the ability to craft more weapons, upgrade your weapons, and upgrade your abilities if you choose to.
What the hell? Hey, let me out of here!
Detective Castellanos, what a pleasant surprise. Welcome back.
You again? How are you here?
I could ask you the same question. Regardless, it's nice to see a familiar face. Even if that face has seen far too much. You look tired, Detective. I can help you get back in shape. Just like before.
Now, in terms of upgrading, using your green gel, you can upgrade your health, your athleticism, your recovery, your stealth, and your combat. All those attributes are very useful on Akumu difficulty besides the health and recovery.
This place. It's just like Beacon. But this isn't Beacon. This is Union.
Is it? It all seems familiar to me. These walls, that chair, you. For me, it's as if nothing has changed at all.
Okay. Let's see if I can find this signal he mentioned. Looks pretty far away, but it's the only lead I've got. God, I hope it's Lily. If it keeps breaking apart like this, there won't be any Union to search. I gotta try to find that signal.
Okay, for starters, while we're in chapter 3, there will be a total of 8 keys in this chapter. So we're going to be collecting all 8 keys, and the first one will be over here on this bench. The second one will be in this church straight ahead from me, and we're going to go in there and we're going to have to fight a couple enemies. In chapter 3, you're going to have a bunch of encounters. You're going to encounter Anima, which is the woman ghostly figure that haunts Sebastian throughout the game. And most of these people in Union have been haunted by her. Her targets are random. And you will see one of her targets once we get to the other key inside the church. And you will see what she does to them.
Those things are piling corpses up here. But why?
Anima's main goal is to torture the person she's targeting till they reach their breaking point. And when we go in a church, you will see a person reach their breaking point.
Please forgive me for what I've done. Please forgive me for what I've done. Please forgive me. Oh my God. Please. I know I've sinned, but not this. Please. I won't sin again. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for what I've done.
Hello?
Please forgive me.
Are you okay?
Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Oh God, please. Please. Please.
make sure the first thing you do once you're active is to take out the priest with the axe and go out this window, because one of the guys won't see you. He'll run straight out the door and the other guy will see you. And make sure you get yourself enough space to where you can take all of them out stealthily. And once we clear the church, we're going to come behind here, and the key will be right behind here. That makes our second key for the chapter. Once we get up here, we're going to obtain a broken sniper rifle. There will be one lost enemy up here, but you really don't have to worry about the enemy. You can take them out pretty quickly and just gather all the items up here on the roof.
Barrel's toast, but the rest of it looks okay. Need to find some parts to fix it.
We're going to be repairing the sniper rifle in just a moment because you're going to need a sniper rifle. It is one of the most powerful guns in the game, and you can imagine it upgraded, but it's still powerful on its own. But the parts to where you repair it will be located on your map. Once you read the communicator, it'll pop up on your map and tell you where you need to go. I'll show you where it's at in a couple seconds. You definitely want to come over here to get this axe from this lost over here after using your first axe on the preacher. Once you kill the lost, you definitely want to come back here and grab the fuse. The fuse is a component that you can use to craft more bolts for your agony crossbow, in particular your shock bolts, which you're going to need tremendously throughout the entire game. And you know how vital they are if you play Evil Within 1. Okay guys, we're going to go down here and we're going to collect the agony crossbow. We're going to have a few harpoon bolts and a couple shock bolts, but we're not going to use them at all. We're going to try to navigate this section without alerting any of the lost enemies here. And it's very tricky because they can see you once you grab the agony crossbow. If you stay there just a little bit long enough for them to see you, they will spot you and alert the whole lost group. Well, we're going to grab the crossbow and we're going to go back the exact same way we came to get over here.
While.
Okay, once the cutscene's over, you want to grab the harpoon bolts here and go back the exact same way you did to come over here. What you're originally supposed to do is when that fire hydrant breaks and releases all that water, you can use your shock bolt and shoot it in the water to shock all the rest of the lost that's right there by that water, and you can stump them. But you're not going to do that. I'm not going to be doing that until we have to rescue Sights, which is another Mobius team member. You're gonna want to come in 322 Cedar Avenue because this is one of the areas where you can collect the shotgun. This is one of 2 areas that I am familiar with for sure. They're both in chapter 3. The first one is here, where you collect a key and a shotgun. So it's best to come this way so you can collect both items. The second one is in the main mission, which is in the warehouse. And when you search for Lily, it'll be another room, like a secondary room where the shotgun will spawn. But I recommend doing this route because you can get the key here and you can get the shotgun. But you will run into the witch, which if you played Left 4 Dead, you know what the witch is. The lady, the enemy on here looks exactly like the witch, a carbon copy of it.
This computer's still working. What the?
When it comes to the witch, she's very annoying, especially in Evil Within 2, because she know where you at, and she takes quite a bit of a beating to take down. The best way to take her down is to sneak behind her and do a stealth kill, but the first one will not kill her. It takes two stealth kills in order to kill her. But the best route is to do 1 stealth kill and make sure you have an axe. And you use the axe on her. So a stealth kill and an axe kill will kill her instantly. But you have to be very careful because she will rush you after every attack you do on her. Once we get up here, she's going to investigate the elevator once it make a noise. And then we're going to stealth attack her and let her come to us. And then we're going to take her out with the axe. When I got that kill, man, it was very luck based, really, honestly. Cause the stealth attack works, but the second attack I thought she was doing when she spotted me, she was gonna immediately strike. So I said, what the hell? I'm gonna just use my shit before she used her shit, and it worked in my favor. So don't be afraid to use it. Sometimes it don't be your fault, it be Sebastian's fault. When he gets spotted by enemies, he do that same thing he did in Evil Within 1. To where he'll stop and freeze for a minute and then the enemy can attack him. So you have to be very careful of that. Once we unlock this door here, we will obtain our shotgun, and we will get some gunpowder and some more weapon parts. And then that'll be it for this section. We'll just set our arsenal wheel up, select the defaults where we want our guns to pop up at, And then we out of this section. We're gonna find a key and then we're done.
Nice. I'll take it.
Okay, once we get in this section here, we're gonna have 2 lost infected come out of this elevator here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for these 2 guys to get close to each other and shot both of them at the same time. Unfortunately, my shot missed by like an inch and they only got one of them. So I had to be forced to take out both of them using the shotgun. Once we're finished with that, we're gonna come in here and grab our next key. This will be our 3rd key. I forgot to let you guys know that and explain to you guys what these sections are. These are the Marrow sections. They're like sub-sections within the Union. It's like you can acquire extra stuff by coming in these areas, like the keys I just got. So you definitely want to come in these areas because you're going to have to do some side missions later on in the game in order to get certain stuff for your weapons. So you definitely want to come through these sections. I am going to cut this section out so you don't have to watch me go back through that phase again. But once you come back upstairs, you will encounter 2 lost that wasn't out there originally. So you can take one out stealthily. Well, you're not going to be able to take her out stealthily because she's going to automatically spot you. So if you try to sneak up on her, she's just going to turn around and spot you. So when she turns around and spots you, throw a bottle at her and do a stealth attack or a melee attack. And then the other guy will follow you. Just hide in the bushes like I did.
Gotta be more careful with these things.
And guys, I must state this, man. When a lost has an axe, as you can see, he threw it at me. Make sure you have your camera on them when they have an axe. Don't turn the camera facing you. Make sure you always face them, because they will throw the axe and it will hit you 95% of the time. Okay, around this area here, down this street here, you will have an encounter where you have to save a secret survivor. The encounter only happens within either chapter 3 or chapter 4. And to get her to spawn is random. Sometimes you have to clear out the enemies, and the other times you have to collect more stuff, or you just have to activate certain shit in order to spawn her. But you'll know when you spawn her when you hear like one of those piped in screams. Now I want you guys to pay close attention to this section here. This guy here never does this. He doesn't even be in this area. But you know, since I'm recording, the game likes to do certain shit to piss me off, and this was one of the things to piss me off. Which where this lost, he was active when he doesn't be active at all in this area. None of the lost in this area activate until you grab the shotgun that's on that tree, the shotgun ammunition that's on that tree. But the game decided to have this guy walk around the area, and he roamed around this area all day until I fucking got past chapter 3. So that was really ignorant and fucking stupid. But I don't know, man. It just, that type of thing just pisses me off. And you guys know it wouldn't be evil within if the guy didn't know exactly where I was at. He wouldn't randomly check in the garage now, would he, if I wasn't in there, right? But I decided to remove myself from that situation because there was another loss. So I said, screw it, man. Let me just show you guys where the next key would be. The next key would be up here by this house on the porch. It'll blend in perfectly. You won't even notice it if you just run it through. But here goes the next key. And this will be our 4th key out of 8.
What's that?
Okay, if you want to check on that alarm over there, once you check on the alarm, you will be attacked by one of the lost, to where you have to shake them off before they kill you, and then you have to flat out kill them. So once you kill them and check over there by the alarm, you will get another handgun, and that handgun will be a laser-sighted handgun. And to enter that area, you have to go to the right of that building right there and jump over the fence. We are currently en route to grab our next key. There's no reason to go inside the trains unless you want to grab green gel or the red gel to help you upgrade your character. But once you do that, you're going to encounter a couple lost. They're fairly easy to take care of. All you have to do is go outside and lure them outside and hide in the bushes, and you take them out one by one. Also, inside the train there will be a residential file you can collect by examining your communicator and logging on to the residence point and unlocking the file. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But don't grab these nails here unless you want to go in there with the lost. Don't bother trying to take them out. It'll be a waste of ammunition. We're going to totally avoid this whole section over there by moving the dumpster next to some containers and jumping over them later. So you don't have to worry about those guys at all. We're going to go into the mechanic shop here, and we're going to have another encounter with the witch. But we're going to completely avoid her We're just going to go in the mechanic shop and grab all the resources at the top level, turn the power on, and then we're going to go in a grate below the floor. So the solution to the power switch is the second power switch and the fourth power switch. That's how you cut the power on inside the mechanic shop. So what we're really doing here is we're going to grab the security key card to open this door on the left that say B34, and we're going to, our main objective is to collect explosive bolts. So it's basically an introduction to explosive bolts. The game got glitched right there, and I could have got killed from that. But don't go to that guy while he's crawling, because he can automatically kill you while he's crawling. I guess the game believes that's unfair to move around once they're crawling, so they give them the advantage by killing you instantly once you go near them while they're crawling. But we're gonna wait for this guy to open the door and take him out with a stealth attack.
What's this? Some kind of cipher?
Now, in order to figure out the Union security card, you're going to go to B, and then you're going to scroll down to 3 and 4. So the 34 is essentially divided. So it'll be column B, scroll to 34, which will give you 96. And you scroll down to 4, it gives you 76. And it will be the same column. And now, since we have our first explosive bolt, we're not going to use it at the moment. We're going to trip this wire and grab an extra bolt, use our axe that we got earlier on this lost infected here, and then we're going to stealth attack the other lost. And then we're going to avoid the last loss and then collect the resources and get out of the building. It's very easy. It's also a route to where you can do this exact same strategy and use your explosive bolts on a witch inside the mechanic shop if you truly want to kill the witch and see what's in that room. There's really nothing in that room besides some gunpowder and a syringe, so I don't believe it's really worth it. But if you want to go in there anyway, go ahead, or just you want to kill the witch and grab the green gel, go ahead. But she takes 3 explosive bolts in order to kill, so you have to craft an extra one. Once you grab those shotgun shells, the last loss infected is completely avoidable. He be hiding behind those boxes there. Just press the button, don't waste ammunition, and just go to the other side. Remove the dumpster from the door, collect the resources on the left, and just get out of the building. And that building is essentially done. You don't have to come back in that area at all. Now this is the route you want to take if you want to go check out that alarm on the car back there. You hop that blue crate back there and hop over the fence if you want to check out and grab that laser sighted weapon. It's up to you. And this creature here is called Lament. This creature can drain your stamina if it spots you and alert all the enemies around. That's why all these enemies are laying on the ground now. So if she were to spot me and drain my stamina, all the enemies will wake up. And I can't get away. I will probably die. But she's pretty easy to take care of. All you need is 3 sniper rifle rounds and then we'll take her down pretty easily. This key will count as our 6th key. We will only have 2 more keys to collect in chapter 3. Also over here is where you repair your sniper rifle to its full capacity. So you definitely want to come here and take out this guy and then go to the workbench and upgrade, or not upgrade, but fix your sniper rifle.
These parts should fix the broken sniper rifle.
Once we're done rebuilding the sniper rifle, we're not even going to bother trying to take that enemy out. It's just a waste of time, and you don't want to waste on any unnecessary ammunition. So we don't let that enemy be. We're going to head over to Treadwell Trucking to take out the enemies and open the door for later on in the chapter. There's only going to be a total of 3 enemies we're going to take out. It's more enemies in the area, but we're not going to worry about those enemies at all, because we don't need to go that way at all until we get towards the end of the chapter at all, and they will not be there by that time. So we're going to take out these 3 guys up here, and then it'll set us up for later. When I was doing this, I thought the game was gonna let him kill me in some cheap way. Because as you can see, when I was going through the door, he can swing twice. And as soon as I jumped down from up here, he was swinging as I was jumping down. So I thought he was gonna kill me most definitely. But I guess the luck was on my side. And sometimes you can kill both of those enemies with one axe. I've done it like at least 3 times. But that time it just didn't work. So this worked in my favor. He went back to his original position and he didn't move at all. And it gave me time to stealth kill him.
Hopefully that did the trick.
we're going to be collecting our 7th key. It'll be over here by the pit stop sign. But when we go over there, there would be some losts that wake up. So we're going to wait for them to get in a spawn positioning and then grab the key. After we collect our 7th key, we're going to head to 345 Cedar Avenue, which is this house up here on the left here, and we're going to re-jog Sebastian's memory for a minute. We're going to make him remember the things that happened back at Beacon, and doing this, you will get another photographic slide. You definitely want to do these side quests, because in doing these side quests, you gather the photographic slides. This will count as our 2nd photograph slide out of 11. And if you do all these photographic slides, you will get an achievement. And also you do get 500 gel for each photographic slide you collect once you listen to them.
What the hell is this doing here?
File number 15. Interview with Detective Sebastian. Detective, could you please tell me about that day at Beacon Mental Hospital?
I told you 10 times already.
Let's go through it one more time.
This is more like an interrogation than an interview.
Please. Detective.
It's me. That was the counseling they made me do after.
It was just a fever dream. A figment of your imagination.
It wasn't a dream. I was inside of a killer's mind. It was as real as you are.
That may be. But what good is it to hang on to this version of reality? Perhaps if we disabuse you of this notion, things will go more smoothly for you.
Was he just head shrinking me, or did he know something I didn't? You cannot keep me here.
This part of the game looks very familiar to the part in Evil Within 1, to where you be in the hospital and those invisible enemies pop up and you gotta guess which way they coming, and you can blind them with a flashbulb and take them out that way. The photographer slide to be up here in the chair. I really like those enemies. I thought they should have brought them back in Evil Within too, but I can understand why.
Beacon. I can't be back. What the hell is going on? Were those just memories? What do you want?
Sebastian, are you alright? Your vitals suddenly spiked. You're about to go into cardiac arrest.
I saw a beacon. I was there again.
How could that be? This is a completely new stem.
I don't know. But I know what I saw. God, I hope it doesn't happen again. It's bad enough in here already. I don't want to have to relive the past over and over. Place is trying to mess with me. Can't get distracted. Gotta find Lily.
I will be including those sections in the game. Those sections that help jog Sebastian's memory. So we can grab each photographic slide in the game. But check this out here. You get that the witch back there, she was back there, right? But once I go in here, look how close she is to me. She knew exactly where I'm at. That's super annoying to me. Once she did that, I just said, let me go ahead and start this enema encounter. I thought she would attack me while I was in the encounter, but it turns out that didn't happen. So that's one of the positives from that. But I just don't like that they know where you are, and then while you doing something, they just come out of nowhere. Like I was way on the other side of the street, and she knew exactly where I was at.
What's happening? It's freezing. It's coming for me. I gotta get out of here.
And if you noticed, if you rewind it, you will hear her call Sebastian's name, which is a pretty cool thing, might I add. But you must follow Anima in this section here. Every time I encounter Anima at the start, like the first encounter, I always get like paranoid. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But you want to follow her up until this point, and then you want to go to this door on the right. You don't want to go through the exact same door she went through, because once you go through that door, she'll turn around. But she won't kill you. She'll spot you though, and then that'll just make you act even more faster.
There's got to be some way to get out of here. This might get me out of here.
Anima to me is one of the few monsters that are actually scary and Evil Within 2. She ranks very high in the scare factor. Once you get up to her, you can stand up and run and use the key card. And then once you use the key card, that would be the end of their first Anima encounter. And after the encounter is done, you get another photographic slide. So that makes 3 out of 11.
Did I just imagine that? No. That was... What was that thing? Was that real or all in my mind?
And once I'm finished with this, check this out. So I go out the door, right? And there is no witch in sight. Isn't that crazy? When she's literally she spawns right next to that body right there. Pay attention, she's nowhere in sight. But if you go interact with that body, she will come back and spawn. You will see that later on once I finish the guys up here. But as we're heading over to this section, I like to take the guys out on the right. You get rid of all the lost enemies on the right side, up the right side of this hill here. You don't have to worry about the ones on the left, because the ones on the left will leave the area after you hear an explosion. So the first thing you want to do is take out this guy that's behind this car back here. Don't waste your bullets shooting the gas on the floor. Just take him out via sneak attack. Once you're done with that, you want to hide in the bushes up here. Attract that guy with the Molotov in his hand. See if you can attract both of those guys to get them in the same area. One of them will be carrying the axe and the other has a Molotov. Shoot the guy in the leg to make him drop the Molotov and set both of them on fire. And that takes out both of those enemies. And then you can sneak attack the rest of them. And that clears the whole right side for you, so it's very easy. And once you do all that, you have cleared that section. You can collect all this stuff that's over here. And then you want to come up here, you will hear an explosion and you will get a checkpoint up here. So once you kill these guys, you'll hear an explosion. And then the rest of the enemies in that area will run towards that explosion. I'm going to show you in just a couple minutes. And as you guys can see, all the rest of the enemies in that area have ran to that explosion. And you don't have to worry about them for the rest of the game.
What the? Are these lilies?
Lily? Are you here? It's Dad.
Where'd she go? Lily.
It's okay. It's me.
Damn it. All right, calm down. How do I get in there? It's Lily's doll. She's been here. Lily. Oh my god, she's in trouble. Someone is chasing her. I should check out around back. See where that window comes out. All right, Lily. Where did you run off to? Huh? What the? Another signal. Good. I'm coming, sweetheart. Just hang in there.
Okay guys, just before advancing, we're going to come over here and grab the final key of the chapter. It'll be right here behind this building. Blending in perfect sight, you wouldn't be able to see it at all. Once we grab our final key for the chapter, we're going to be introduced to another set of enemies. These enemies are called Spawn. And to take these guys out, we're going to electrocute them. And then we're going to run away. It's pointless taking them out unless you want green gel, but I wouldn't believe it's worth it at all at this point. So once they come near us, shock them at a certain point, and then we're going to run away. my sole purpose for going in here in the safe room was to save the game at one point. So I wound up saving the game, but I wound up continuing it and said chapter 3 shouldn't be that long. So it was only like an extra 20 minutes after this. But we're going to head to where we hear Lily's voice on the communicator and check out those spots. And then we're going to head to the warehouse. I'm not sure if these enema encounters play a huge part in the game at all. I don't know if they want you to find something within the area, but she'll do this randomly from time to time after your first encounter with her. So just be ready for that. You don't have to fight her or nothing, you just have to run away from her. Remember when I told you if you investigate this body, the witch will spawn back right here in this area? Well, check this out. Once I investigate the body, the witch respawns in the area, but I also trigger the event to where I have to save the secret survivor.
Sounds like someone's in trouble. Those things will kill her if I don't do something.
So when it comes to saving the secret survivor, I just use my agony crossbow, my explosive rounds to get rid of everybody pretty quickly. And the ones who don't blow up, I just stomp on their body parts once they get on the ground. Yeah. The secret survivor have a bunch of things you can collect, like ammunition, stuff for your crossbow, smoke powder,
it's okay,
and all that
type
of stuff.
Please open the door. I need to ask you a few questions.
Thank you. You saved me. I thought I was a goner for sure.
It's okay. Calm down. What's going on out there?
How am I supposed to know? If anybody should be asking what's going on, it's me.
Look, I just got here. I'm even more confused than you are.
Oh yeah? What's your name?
It's Sebastian. Sebastian Castellanos.
Well, then you're not as confused as I am. I can't even remember my own name. I don't know what day it is. I don't even know where I am. God, what's happening to me?
Just try to remember anything you can.
1 minute, I was in that office being interviewed by that Asian doctor lady. The next thing I know, I'm in this town I've never been to, wearing clothes I've never seen, and there's this guy who says he's my husband telling me to run. I'm not married, mister. None of this is real. It can't be.
Let me ask you something. I'm looking for my daughter. She's 6 years old. Her name is Lily.
I haven't seen any kids out there. Nothing but those things.
Damn it.
6 years old? Oh, I'm sorry, mister. Poor thing. Being lost out there. I wish I could help you.
Me too. But I'm not giving up until I find her. So you just woke up here a few hours ago?
Hours, Days, I can't figure time. The last thing I remember was being in that office, like I said.
What office?
I needed some money, so I answered an ad looking for people to be in a sleep study. They took my blood and gave me a physical, and then that Asian lady asked me weird questions all day, and I don't understand what's happening.
Does the name Mobius mean anything to you?
I don't think so, but I can't remember much of anything.
What can you tell me about those things out there?
I don't know. All I know is that they'll kill you if they get the chance. You should stay away from them.
Any idea where they came from?
That guy who said he was my husband started acting all weird. Kept looking over his shoulder at something I couldn't see. Then all of a sudden, he's screaming and starts to change. Skin bubbling up. It was horrible. Next thing I knew, he was trying to kill me too.
So they used to be regular citizens. What's causing them to change like this?
I don't know anything. I can't help you, mister.
I'm gonna try to figure this out. Stay in here and keep the doors locked. It's not safe out there.
I'm not going anywhere, that's for sure. But thanks for saving me. You need anything from the house? Go ahead and help yourself.
I feel like this is a pretty cool little side quest that you can do in a game. I never knew this part existed on this game at all until like my recent last playthrough of this game.
Wish I could do more for her. But finding Lily is the best thing for everyone here.
Now once I get over here to Treadwell Trucking Warehouse, I should have went over to the right over there and moved the dumpster in front of the containers so it can help me later on once I come back to this section once the spawns come in this area. So please pause the video here and go move the dumpsters on the right side over there in front of the containers and come back to this area. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will see it once I get to that part. But I highly caution you to do it before you see me do it on the video.
Let's try this again. blood. A few days old. Hope it's not Lily's. Oh, thank God. It looks like she stopped here to hide. She must be in that warehouse. Smart girl. Lots of good places to hide in there, I bet.
Now, as I come around this area, you can see that yellow dumpster there. You want to move that in front of these containers so you jump over till you be able to have an easier path over the fence. But I didn't do that at that time. So if you didn't know what I was talking about, that's what I was talking about. So you want to come here earlier and move that dumpster so it'll help you later in this section at this particular time.
Lily? Lily? Shit. Lily, it came from upstairs. She probably crawled through here. Gotta get through. She's a brave and resourceful little girl. She's gonna be okay. I just gotta find her.
You want to come upstairs here because if you come upstairs, you go through this door on the opposite side of the building. As you can see, once we get out there, there will be no more lost enemies outside for some odd reason. So it tells you that something's up, right? But you go in this other opposite building, here will be enough resources that you need. So definitely come in this area and grab some of the stuff in this area. The game is going to make sure that you are fully stocked with ammunition for this chapter once you get to the warehouse. So you don't have to worry about your handgun rounds or your shotgun shells. They're going to make sure you're fully stocked in all of those weapons, which is a good thing because we're not going to use none of those weapons to escape the warehouse. We're going to use our shot bolts and that's it. This is a pretty cool part. I beat this lost enemy to a part where he couldn't disappear, so he had no choice but to stay there, and then I just took him out via the axe. Because if you come up here too late, he'll disappear and then he'll spawn on the other side. But as a result of me beating him to that disappearing, he doesn't spawn on the other side, and I don't have to worry about him at all. He'll be behind these boxes or crates here, and they just bust through, and Sebastian to do his freeze animation. Then you take him out that way. And since I beat him to the punch of that, I didn't have to worry about him busting through the crates, which is a pretty good thing. If you guys remember what I said earlier, there would be 1 or 2 spots to where the shotgun will spawn. Up here is the second spot. In the next door, opposite of this room here, is the next spot that the shotgun can spawn. The game is going to make sure you have your shotguns before the spawn enemies show up. So either way, whether it's going through the marrow or just coming to the warehouse, you get the shotgun regardless.
Another doll. But where's Lily? Him. The murderer with the camera. And the son of a bitch has my little girl. I was so close. Damn it! Calm down. Think. I gotta save her. No more signals coming into this communicator. I need to find another way. O'Neill. Not sure I can trust him. But he wants out of here as bad as I want to find Lily. O'Neill, it's Sebastian. Can you hear me?
Sebastian? Is that you? You're breaking up.
Shit. Not now. Maybe it'll work better outside.
Now, we're going to equip our agony crossbow. And we're going to use nothing but our shock rounds. That's it. We don't need to use nothing else. Because there will be 3 spawn enemies once we leave the warehouse. We're going to shock 2 of those enemies, while one of those guys roams free, and he's going to catch up to us as a result of me not moving the dumpster. Once that particular enemy get close enough to us, we're going to shock him, which will give us enough time to move the dumpster, jump over it, jump on top of the container, and hop over the fence. So no problems at all.
There you are. But where's Lily? Can't let him get away again. Hey! You! The girl! Where is she?
This is why I say make sure you come earlier on before you start this section of the chapter to move that.
Lost him again. Hope I can reach O'Neill this time. O'Neill, it's Sebastian.
You're still alive? I mean, you're still alive. Good. Were you able to locate the core?
No, but I know who has her, and he's got powers like nothing else in here. But I lost him.
I think I can help you out with that. I picked up a frequency I've never seen before. It's coming from City Hall.
Great. Where's that?
Look up. Do you see a building with a big clock tower?
Yeah?
That's it.
How in the hell am I supposed to get up there?
It's a bit complex. Come back here, I can explain.
Right. I'm on my way.
Just because mine went off without a hitch, that doesn't mean yours will go off without a hitch. So please make sure, man, you move the dumpster before you get to that part, please. And we're heading to our next destination, which is City Hall. We're going to be traveling through the tunnels. And guys, we're coming up on the end of chapter 3. And chapter 3 is a pretty long chapter because you have to set yourself up and set your guns up for further down the line. That's what makes it so long, and if you're doing a collectible run, it's going to take even longer.
You made it here okay.
Not sure if okay is the right word, but yeah, I made it. Now, tell me how to get to City Hall.
Union was built with a sort of backstage area, so Mobius operatives could observe the test subjects in secret. Most of these passageways are still intact enough to bypass the fissures in Union.
But chunks of the city are floating in the air. How are there tunnels?
They're passageways, not tunnels. When you go in and out of them, you're basically phase shifting. We call it the marrow. It exists in a layer separate from what you see.
That doesn't make any sense.
Fortunately for you, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to work. But it's a maze down there. You take the wrong path, you could end up on the other side of town.
Where's this marrow that gets me to City Hall? And who comes up with these ridiculous names?
I'll mark the location of the port. It's in the north safe house. Looks like a regular computer, but it's not. I'll give you the password you need to activate it. Once you're inside, follow the marker to exit B2. That should take you straight to City Hall.
You could have told me this on my communicator, you know.
Maybe so, but I couldn't have given you this. The passageways are still intact, but the collapse of Union has caused infrastructure issues. My communicator says that the gas leak is blocking the path to exit B2. You'd never make it through alive without this.
Deadly gas leaks, huh? Thanks for saving the worst for last, O'Neill.
Based on what we've seen so far, I doubt that it's the worst you'll encounter.
You're not helping.
Anything else you need to know before you go?
But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, make sure to hit the thumbs up down below, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Links for other walkthroughs will be in the description. I'm out.